What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the vlog. I'm TL Weedman, and this is Weedz Garage. Today, we're gonna finally be finishing up these Mustang Cobra wheels. I wanted to do some touch-up spots on them yesterday, so I touched up some of the gloss black. Now I'm gonna go ahead and hit them with the prismatic Casper Clear. I'm gonna leave a link down in the description for those if you wanna check it out. So we're gonna go ahead and knock those out. Yesterday, we got these two wheels stripped some more, and we got these two wheels stripped some more as well. I had also reached out to the gentleman with a compressor that will be big enough for us to media blast with, and I got a deal worked out. I got him to drop the price a couple $100 more, and now all we're doing is we're trying to figure out a way to be able to go pick it up. We might have to rent a Home Depot truck or something like that for a little bit of time so we can go pick it up. The gentleman's gonna be busy today, so we'll try and do it tomorrow or Tuesday. Get that in here, and we'll be ready to start doing some serious media blasting and being able to get these blasted. Plus, we'll really be able to speed up our work. Also on the agenda, possibly today or probably today, will be to go to Home Depot and get the parts that we need to be able to build at least one rack for the oven. We need to be able to save ourselves a lot of time, and by having one rack, it will really help. Now, if we could have 4 racks, that would be better because we could have 2 in the oven, 2 cooling. And to be honest, if we had 6 of them, we could have 2 racks in the oven, we can have 2 racks cooling, and then we can have 2 racks that we're doing powder on. That would take up a lot of room to have those 6 racks. On the flip side of it though, we'd be able to really be processing 4 sets of wheels at a time. Not to mention, we can have some being media blasted and in B17, so we could really be processing about 5 sets of wheels at a time and really be able to step things up. So we did find the air compressor. That is a big thing. Also, we found some totes that are 275-gallon totes, and we'll probably have to rent a Home Depot truck to get them as well because they're big totes. But if we cut the top of one of them off, they're HDPE. So if we cut one of the top of them off, we can put the Benco B17 in there, put 15, 20 gallons in there. Then we can just set wheels in there to be able to go ahead and strip instead of having to do the stuff you saw in yesterday's video by putting the B17 on a rag, and which is essentially using it up. You're not able to recollect it, and you're not able to use it. And the stuff is very expensive. If we have it in a big container, we can use it over and over and over again. We just need to make sure we strain the dirty stuff out of it, but we can use it for quite some time. So we're really actually going through a product much quicker than what we should have, but just to be able to get done what we need to get done. So we want to be able to save money and save time in those places. The bummer is to get 30 gallons of B17 here is like $1,000. So the compressor's $1,000. So that's where we're at, building those racks. Even if we get the material and build 1 rack at a time until we have some saved up. When we get into the other building, which we're putting positive vibes out for, so if we get in this other building, what's really gonna be nice about having those several racks is we can store them on the back outdoor area, and we can even put a cover over them or put a tarp over them, but they wouldn't have to actually be stored in the building, so we could have 6 or 7 of them without taking up a lot of room. So that's what we're working towards. That's the goal. Right now, I'm gonna go ahead and clean this hopper out, clean the gun and everything off, clean the hose out, get the powder coating booth here all cleaned out, get everything switched over to Casper Clear so we can go ahead and start busting these wheels out. Okay, so we went ahead and got everything cleaned out. Okay, so we got the hopper cleaned out, the 2-pound hopper. I love using this hopper. I've got the Casper Clear from Prismatic Powders right here. I'm getting ready to clean out the gun and the hose, and we've come across a small issue. And that issue is our air compressor's not working. I guess we've pretty much fried the pump on the air compressor because when I came out to the shop, it was running, and I was out here for about 5 minutes, and it doesn't ever take that long to run. So I was out here for about 5 minutes, and it kept running, so I turned it off and then turned it on real quick. The pressure was at 120 PSI. Both of these were. I went ahead and started using the air to blow stuff off and to clean stuff out. And as normal, the air compressor kicked on, and it started running for a long time, and then I stopped using the air for quite some time, and it kept running. I went over and looked at it, and even after it running for a long time, it's still only at about 50 PSI. So that's telling me that this pump is not pumping air. It's not filling the tank up. So I'm gonna go ahead, let it sit for a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and try it again, but we may be in a situation that we have to buy this air compressor. I mean, right now I could be able to powder coat the jobs with what I've got because it is holding enough pressure to at least be able to powder coat, so that works. But as far as even trying to blow the machines off or anything like that, I'm not getting enough PSI to be able to do that. I could be able to lightly blow them off, but it's not quite enough. So I'll make sure all the gun and stuff is cleaned down, wiped down, and all of that good stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and let this air compressor chill for a minute and then see if it will start filling with air and get to powder coating these. I mean, there's nothing else you can do. It's still functional. So that's where we're at right here. I had some, well, I thought I was taking video that I could do time lapse and B-roll footage of me cleaning the equipment out, but I had the camera set up and turned on, it just wasn't recording. So that's what happens sometimes when you're getting used to the vlog style. Anyways, we appreciate it. Remember, if you guys have not subscribed to the channel, lightly go ahead and click that subscribe button down below right here. Make sure if you're gonna subscribe, try and click on the notification bell and put all notifications. That way you receive all notifications of when we go live, upload new content, make posts and different stuff like that. So hit the subscribe button down below. If you find any value or humor or anything in this video, don't be afraid to give it a thumbs up. Thanks for supporting. Hope we bring you some value. Okay, so scratch that last part. I can't powder coat with the compressor. It is completely fried. So now we are on hold until we can find a new compressor. Now here's the thing. I can go buy a cheap one from Harbor Freight, which I might do. That's what this is. It's a cheap one from Harbor Freight. It lasted a couple of months, nowhere near the size that we needed it to be, but we needed an air compressor, and sometimes that happens. So it's been more than 30 days, so we can't take that compressor back. But what I can do is I can go buy an air compressor today, set it up, use it for what we need to use it for until tomorrow or the day after, when we can actually rent the truck from Home Depot and go pick up this other compressor, or unless we find another compressor that works. $1,500 for this compressor is way out of our budget, way out of our budget, but we need this tool, so I don't mind screwing up the budget. I don't mind putting bills at risk of being late just to make sure that we have something that's going to allow us to make more money at a faster rate, to be able to replace that. So I'm not worried about it. It's a risk you take in business. The problem is the gentleman isn't available today. So trying to figure out renting this truck, and then if we can do it right, we're gonna pay like 30 bucks for the truck rental, which is cool. But if it goes anywhere over an hour, we're SOL. So we really have got to time this right to be able to get it done. Hopefully we can get it done. We're gonna document it if we do, but we most definitely need a compressor. So that's what's on the list and what we're gonna figure out right now. Stay tuned. Okay, so I went and got a new air compressor, a Harbor Freight, and that's just so we can finish powder coating these jobs. I just got a little airless one. It's the same company, McGraw. Basically, this compressor we got like 94 days ago, and the warranty was for 90 days because we didn't get an extended one, so kind of missed out on that. That sucks. Basically, this is oilless, so we'll probably use this air compressor here just for the powder coating machines, and then when we get the bigger air compressor, we'll use that one for our air tools as well as for media blasting and such like that. So this one right now is just gonna be a simple, easy one that's gonna be able to handle the powder coating machine, or that's gonna be able to operate the powder coating machine. And then so we don't have to have extra regulators or whatnot. We could keep it, we could get rid of it. It's always good to have a small air compressor on the side. But these jobs needed to get done. I don't know when I'm gonna be able to meet with the gentleman to get the larger air compressor. Plus, it really is just a bit out of our budget right now, so we're not gonna be able to just go pick it up. We really gotta work and plan on some stuff, so and really kind of grind. It's gonna be better getting these jobs done. It's gonna help out to have the funds to be able to get it. So it was important that I went and got this. Even if we go and get it in a few days and I take this back so I can get the money back, it's just important that we continue plugging along, and sometimes that's what you gotta do. I didn't like making that decision, didn't wanna make that decision, but it was either sit and do nothing until we could work something out with the big compressor, or get a compressor, get these jobs done, and have more money to be able to get the compressor and go from there. So you guys don't wanna hear about all that finance bull stuff. You guys wanna see cool stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to getting this set up, and then we'll get to powder coating these wheels, finish making them matte, yes. So let's get it. This big machine over here is 135 PSI. It is oil lube. It does have 1.6 running horsepower and 40 CFM or SCFM at 90 PSI. This one here is 150 max PSI, which is higher. It's oil free, so I like the oil free. Then there's the 1.5 horsepower, so it's just a little bit less than the other. It actually has 4.1 SCFM, so it's a little bit more powerful on this SCFM and on the max PSI. The only thing is it has a 8-gallon tank, so it's a little bit smaller, meaning it'll run a little bit more. But we are just using it for the powder coating system, so it should really work well. Powder coating system, and then like blowing everything off from the powder coating system. So it should work really well. We're very excited to at least be back up and running again. I can't decide if that one's quieter or louder than the other one. I think it's quieter. Now I know the big one's gonna be louder, but yeah, we've got air. So here it is, matte black, all done. It's just doing its final cooling. It's at about 100 degrees right now. Nice. Super clean. I don't know, I kind of like that matte over the gloss. What's up, everybody? So today we were able to finish 3 of the Cobra wheels that were gloss black going to matte black. Here is one that's just finished cooling, and the GoPro just doesn't have the view, and there's just not the lighting in here to really get the effect. But we've got that one done. We have one in the oven that just has to finish curing. But right now we ran out of propane. Here are the other two.
Clean as fuck.
Yeah, they look great. So the little air compressor's working great. Basically, we just needed to be able to lay some powder down to be able to finish what we've got going. We've got these other jobs. We're working on blasting and everything. But yeah, sometimes you don't get as much done in a day as you want to get done. And sometimes things don't always go the way that you want them to. And really, we would be done. But the one that has to finish curing actually had a couple of spots that showed up on it. So we had to retouch that one up. Otherwise, it would be done. And we wouldn't have ran out of propane. So you just got to understand that things are going to happen and just expect the unexpected and keep moving forward. Really, that's what it is. Remember, if you like this video or if you find any of this humorous or entertaining or funny or whatever, valuable in any way, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, consider hitting the subscribe button down below right here and turning on post notifications. You want to click on the bell and then click all notifications. That way you receive alerts every time we upload new content. Have a great night. Peace.